Night number 5 of the PDC World Matchplay darts here at the Winter Gardens in Blackpool. And our third match of the night is upcoming between the world champ Luke Littler and Jermaine Wattimena, the machine gun from the Netherlands. We've just brought you Gerwyn Price making mincemeat out of Chris Dobey. 11 legs to 3 the final score, and as I'm sure Mark Wilson and Paul Nicholson were telling you on commentary, Gerwyn at one point was edging towards the greatest 3-dart average we've ever seen at these championships, but it wasn't to be. A Phil Taylor eclipser. 108, is that slightly more? 108.73 Mace than what Luke Littler managed in his first round match against Ryan Searle?
Yeah, it's pretty much bang on the money, isn't it? It was a remarkable performance, and Dobey during that, I mean, Price held that 115 average for really long periods of the match. But ultimately, legs 11 to 15 is where it dropped off, because in that period he was averaging 94.45. So that sort of dropped off his overall average down to that 108.73. But there was nothing really Dobey could do, and the damage was done. And it was well, we've just seen him, and he's just sort of hands up. What can you do? Sometimes I had the similar thing. 2002 quarter-final. I averaged pretty much 100, well, over 100 throughout the match until the last leg, and I think I ended up with a 99 point something, and I got 7 legs out of 24. And you just sort of go, well, Taylor averaged 112 points, I mean, nearly 113.
Taylor, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and there's nothing. There's literally just nothing you can do. You even when you're sort of, he's leaving you chances. Shane Burgess once said it. Yeah, Taylor gives you chances. 161, 164, 167, 170. That's all you sort of get. You just get scraps, you get crumbs, and when it's not your night, that's all you get a look at. But credit to Gerwyn Price. He's been threatening a performance like that. He looks sharp as attack in round 1. He's backed that up here. He's got a tournament average of 104.2.
And looks laser focused.
Yeah, and he's making it look easy. He's up to 14 180s in the tournament now. And when you look at Dobey, who we know is prolific in that department, and I know he's out, but they of course played the same amount of legs. He's on 7.
Yeah. So
that just shows you where Price's game is. A tournament checkout percentage of 70%. And I was just chatting to Wayne Mardle, and the one Achilles heel that he does have in his game is doubling. If he starts a match and he misses 3 at a double, he will tend to go out through that match because he's conscious of it. And maybe now this new version of Gerwyn Price is able to brush a missed start at a double away and just sort of crack on. And he's, I fancied him for this tournament. I fancied an Anderson Price final, a repeat of last week's European Tour final, but alas, Gary succumbed to Stephen Bunting. So all looking good for Pricey at the moment.
Oh boy, ever is it. Gerwyn Price looks completely relaxed up there, looking, dare I say, even trimmer than he has done in the past. His fitness regime has always been pretty exemplary, but he just looks even leaner and meaner.
He's changed the composition of his body. He's doing a lot more, well, less weight, higher rep, more fitness, and it's paying off because he's looking sharp. He doesn't feel like he's carrying that bulk around, and he looks great on it, doesn't he? He looks like he's sort of unaged 5 years.
Yeah, if that's possible, I quite agree. So that's the end of the road for Chris Dobey. Gerwyn Price will go on to the quarterfinals, where he will face either Michael van Gerwen or Josh Rock, who play in the final game of the night. Remember to like and subscribe on our YouTube page. It doesn't cost you a bean to do so, and once you've done that, then we can alert you to all the brilliant content that we have both around this tournament and outside the tournament as well, with other stuff that goes on, with interviews with the great and the good. We have regular interviews with the likes of Colin Jaws Lloyd, Glenn Durrant and others, and our darts correspondent Harry Durham also catches up with some of the PDC players from the current crop to get their thoughts. 20 questions. There's a 20 questions with Gerwyn Price on there.
Well, we'll have some questions on our YouTube channel in a moment. I've just got to just going through my reams of.
Yeah, he's doing some paperwork at the moment.
Data nonsense.
Doing his housekeeping. A reminder that we will be back tomorrow night with the start of the quarter-finals, and remember the first two quarter-finals have already been set. Pian van Veen against James Wade, and Stephen Bunting against Johnny Clayton. And then, well, the next semi-final will be settled after this next game. It'll either be Luke Littler or Jermaine Wattimena against Andrew Gilding, and then Gerwyn Price will, as I say, take on the winner of MVG and Josh Rock in tonight's final game that Mark Wilson and Paul Nicholson will bring you. So if you've got anything you want to ask of Mace right now, or indeed Paul or Mark or myself during the course of our coverage on our YouTube page during our streams, just get in the chat and keep it friendly, keep it clean, because we're friendly, we're clean.
Yeah, Sky are just padding a little bit after that 11-3, because obviously I'm sure with their planning they would have anticipated a much longer match.
Yes, so get your comments in, any questions you have, any observations on what you've seen and heard.
Well, there's one that you can explain. We have gone through this before.
Can I ask, is there any point in ending the stream after the matches are finished? Well, it's just about, if you had an open-ended stream that just ran all the way through, then you'd get a lot of lag for one thing, but there's other issues as well, isn't there, Mason?
It's like the changeover between commentary teams, and we like to do it so you can then, if you're not watching with us live, or and you're sort of playing catch up, you'd have to sort of go through everything to find out the bit that you want. Where doing it like this, each match is put into individual programs on YouTube, and it just works better.
Mace is a walking dart encyclopedia, says Swipe 650.
I've been called some different things, but thank you. That's probably one of the most pleasant. Luke Littler all the way, win most 180's eyes checkouts. Well, that was my tip for tonight. The match treble, king of the hockey as we used to call it.
Oh. There's an awful lot of sort of hubbub around this arena. They're awaiting the arrival of Luke Littler, the world champion.
It's like when there's a big fight, isn't there? And
yeah,
that anticipation of waiting for the champ to arrive, even though he's not the champ. But I see Mace writes things down during the matches. What is it you're writing?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, so I keep track on each leg of any 3 treble scores, or if the ball is used, of course, 2 trebles and a ball. The darts used, missed doubles, what the checkout was, whether it was done in 1 dart, 2 darts or 3 darts, the actual darts used, and then session by session I'll make notes below that of any sort of, if there was a key moment in there where someone missed 3 at a double, they've come in behind and effectively stole the leg. And then that, you know, just during the match then it's easy to just reflect back on those key moments, and if those key moments were massively influential in the result, or in some cases a comeback.
It's brilliant, and it's such a, as May says, it's such a great reference point that he can throw back to, and it just adds to the commentary. What have you got there from Paul, Mace?
Why don't they bring back the Tom Kirby Memorial's qualification for the Worlds with the new extended field? Oh, I'm not sure. You'd have to ask the PDC or the PDPA. Chuchala. Love talkSPORT for the darts.
Bless you.
Thank you very much.
Daz says, Dance, do you take Archer to the Ashes? This is Jofra Archer, who's been back playing Test cricket. He's in the Indian series at the minute. I mean, I do worry, Daz, about any player. You think of Mark Wood and his inability to play too many successive tests where he kept picking up injury. And Jofra, if it wasn't for bad luck, he'd have had no luck at all when it's come to the injuries he's picked up. I think we have to review that, Daz, once we get towards the end of the summer. So he's playing his 2nd test in succession. Let's see how he gets through it and make sure that he's keeping himself at the best of fitness, and he's bowling at the right speed as well. You don't want to take a Jofra Archer that's only bowling at late 80s miles an hour. You want a Jofra Archer that's over 90 and being terrifying.
Someone asked who on the ball. Luke Littler on the ball. Another question. When is the next tournament covered on this channel? Our next one will be the Worlds, but Harry will be doing lots of darts features on our channel and lots of chances for you to sort of keep up to speed with what's going on in the world of darts. And if I get my way, we'll be having a monthly darts magazine that reviews and previews what's happened the previous month. But
I'd certainly love to do that for you.
I'm good at spending other people's money, you see.
I mean, if I had a choice of what I would love to do in terms of I mean, I want to be greedy and I'd love to do everything. It'd be great if we could do the Grand Slam, the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
But the UK Open is the one that I think I'd really like to be a part of.
Well, I had an idea of that. So we literally would have a roving reporter going from board to board in the multi-board room, and then we'd have one in stage 2, and we'd literally just go from person to person covering the whole tournament until it's down to the last 32. And
I have to admit, I spent most of the time at the UK Open, and this is no offence to you, because you were doing commentary on ITV, but I was watching those outer boards so often.
Yeah, they're superb.
It was just, fantastic. We're not doing the Grand Prix as far as I'm aware, Daz.
Not unless you want to throw us a load of money, and we'd happily do it.
You can surround the talkSPORT building in London Bridge. That was
with
how
banners.
That was how the KISS Army began. The KISS fan club in America. There was in Terre Haute, Indiana, a bloke called Bill Starkey and his mates. They weren't playing KISS music on this radio station, right? So they surrounded it
until they did,
and that's how the KISS Army.
Well, that's why it's so important when we ask you to like and subscribe, because the more of you that show support for us, the more chance we have of extending our coverage. We'd all love to extend the coverage. We of course do the Premier League in its entirety. We do the World Matchplay, and we do the Worlds. But yeah, given the chance, we'd love to do more.
Hey, listen, spread the word, please. There's 15,000 of you that have subscribed, and thank you so much. Keep them coming, please, in terms of the subscriptions and the likes. We'll reward you with the content that we bring you, and who knows if we could reward you still further with more tournaments. Let's see what happens further on down the line. Would love coverage of all majors after years of watching Sky. This is much better quality analysis and commentary. Well, that's down to Mason, Nico, who've worked with talkSPORT since we first started bringing the darts on the radio. They were the first and the only two pundits that we wanted to bring in, and well, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate.
The dream team, isn't it?
And we're only just getting started. I'll tell you that.
It's only we've only touched the surface of what we're going to bring you and what we'd like to bring you.
Great to have you back, Dance. Will you be on time difference next season, or is that particular boil been eradicated? I'm sure I'll be back on time difference with Max Rushton and Charlie Baker next year, whether I like it or not. Alistair, I don't particularly have a choice in the matter, I don't think. But it's nice to be back. I had a day off yesterday to attend to some things of a personal nature, but it's lovely to be back with the gang and here for the duration now. And we will take you all the way through to Sunday.
I know it's often the cliche when they say about the phrase of you never work a day when you love your job. This is as far from work as anything I've ever done.
It's very true. Well, two guys have just entered the stage. You've got to go to work in a minute, including the world champion, Luke Littler.
No bonus for a 9-darter, and someone I think asked a little bit earlier, Daz Reynolds, do you think we will get a 9 tonight? Well, quite possibly, because dart players are quite unusual characters, and maybe not necessarily Jermaine, but Luke would have been watching Price's performance and thinking, right, okay then, so you've matched mine. Well, nearly. It was 0.8 or 0.9 less than Littler's. Okay, well, you want to do that, watch this. And he could well pop in a 9.
John Wynn has just asked, is darts on the radio financially viable? Yep, otherwise we wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, the businesses don't quite work that way.
There are tournaments we've had sponsored and tournaments that we haven't. We have our long association with betting partners on talkSPORT too that we utilise.
Village hotels.
Of course, yeah. So the simple answer to that is yes, it is financially viable. It's something that we wanted to do for a long time. And with the advent of talkSPORT 2, gave us the chance. And
Gob
Luke Littler is underway. He won the ball and he starts with a 140.
Gob says, meanwhile, Charlotte is slaving away at the pub. She's playing darts and she's on the beer. So there you go.
Right, and if you wonder how Chris Mason knows that, he is big brother.
Yes,
when it comes to his own gaff. He knows everything. He knows what the cat's up to. Let alone anything else. So Luke Littler with the darts in this match against Jermaine Wattimena, the machine gun from the Netherlands. And nobody in our crew has given Jermaine much of a chance. He's 4-0 down in terms of head-to-head games against Luke, and as we mentioned, 46 legs played between the two of them. Jermaine's only won 9 of those across the 4 matches.
Yeah, that wouldn't fill anybody with any kind of confidence.
Littler wants to double 8. Oh, he's hit double 11. He was looking for a 127 checkout, and he hit double 11 right next door to double 8 and bust his score.
Yep, so back to 127. Jermaine Wattimena 55 takes him down to 106.
So he's got to go again. Well, he's going to go the same way. Treble 17. Looks at the crowd. Yeah, all right. I'll try and hit the right double this time, he says.
I'll get it this time. Watch. Oh, and he's right on the wire. I'm sure he thought that was in. But Jermaine's got to go at 106 for an early break. He gets the treble. Gets the 10, double 18. Yeah, and I can assure you, he wasn't going for the 10 for double 18. It was a pulled dart.
So, double 4 for Littler. Well inside by an inch. Double 2. Inside that. Madhouse, double 1. And he's inside. He's busted his score for a second time in this leg. Double 9, Wattimena. He split it. 10 for double 4. And it's game shot. And Jermaine Wattimena breaks the Littler throw. And I would venture to suggest that he needs that badly just to get a foothold in this game, and he's got it.
Yeah, he needed something unusual to happen, but I doubt if he thought it was going to be Luke Littler busting his score and then having 5 missed darts at a double. But it is 1-0 to Jermaine Wattimena. Hold on to your hats.
So, he's in a game, is Luke Littler. He lost heavily, did Jermaine, to Luke at the Grand Slam of Darts late last year. 16-2 was the leg score. It's a bit of a whooping. And he lost at the UK Open by 10 legs to 4 in this past year. It took Luke Littler just 15 minutes on that stage in front of us to dispose of Ryan Searle in the previous round. 180 from Wattimena. Down to 81 on throw. Good start from the machine gun.
Well, we did suggest for this to be competitive according to the analysis of the stats. He had to do something like this, and that's a 12-dart holder throw.
Picked off double 16 off an 81 checkout to take us to 2-0. It's 2-0 to Jermaine Wattimena. Luke Littler has been broken, and Wattimena's followed it up and held throw. And he started this leg quite tidily as well. Nobody, I think some bookmakers were offering odds of 3-1 on Jermaine Wattimena to win. So,
go on.
Just to win the match.
No, sixes.
Sixes was it?
Yeah, I've seen 1-10
in a 2-horse race in the darts.
6-1 Jermaine Wattimena.
It's like your average opponent turning up at the Etihad Stadium in the past 2 or 3 years. Just in a 2-horse race, they were given 2 hopes, bob and none.
This is better from Littler, down to 2-4-6, but he started this leg, and from 2-2-7, 57 for Jermaine, down to 170. So he needs a big turn.
And he gets a 96 with a treble 19 at the end of the visit. The big fish. The big fish. Oh, he was 1/3 of the way there, but the second dart.
Yeah, missed the ball anyway.
Yeah.
So the 150 is not going to go for Littler. Misses the first treble 19. But leaves 52 just in case. 65 can be tricky, but he's found the 25 and just missed the ball. Pins, tops, 14 darter.
Hello.
He is going along very nicely, and he is revved up for this.
Hello. Jermaine Wattimena 3, Luke Littler 0.
Well, he is averaging 105.
You would suggest that you would need to maintain that. Luke only averaging 85 tonight, but that can change in the blink of an eye with this young man.
Yeah, he can have a little spell where he's reeling them off in 11s, 12s, 13s and less.
Jermaine is looking for a max, and he's got his second of the night. Little ferret finger point to the camera. Downstage left. They're all at it now.
Well, he knows where they are.
Well, Jermaine, as I say, he's got a pretty dreadful record against Luke. He's never beaten him in 4 previous attempts. He got in as the 25th qualified player, last played here in 2021, before getting through his first round 1 match this year against Peter Wright. He'd had 4 previous attempts to get through to the second round and never managed it. So this is uncharted territory for both these players, because remember, Littler on debut last year lost to MVG. Double 8 for a 4-0 lead. It's double 4 for Jermaine Wattimena, and he just keeps piling on the pressure. This is like what Andrew Gilding was doing to Dirk van Duijvenbode not an hour and a bit ago. But here comes Luke, suddenly popping in a maximum, his first of the night.
Yeah, and it's taken, well, until we reach the 5th leg to get his first. And we've said it before, and we've said it about other players. Sometimes you just don't click. There's no rhyme, there's no reason, there's no answer. It's just sport. The margins in this game is so fine that sometimes you can just be the other side of the wires. And credit to Wattimena, but I still can't ignore the fact that Luke Littler's, well, he's now on exactly 90, so 13 points off the pace of Wattimena.
So a chance here for Littler to go in at the first mid-session interval with something on the board. Goes tops from 80 and gets it. That's a bit of a market. He might be 4-1 down, but having picked off tops, Luke Littler is straight off the stage with barely a hesitation. Wattimena follows him. Great start for the Dutchman, who went 4-0 up in pretty short order, breaking Littler twice. But Littler held throw to make it 4-1 and add a bit of respectability to the scoreline. The next session is going to be fascinating.
Maybe he was nipping off for some of them squashy things he likes. So
oh yeah.
Whatever. Great commentary, lads. Hope you're enjoying the evening. Question for me: since retiring, do you miss the limelight or happier now in yourself? No, I've never been happier. He could do a Buster Douglas on him. Well, Buster was much bigger odds than 6-1, I can assure you.
Oh, the Mike Tyson fight, yeah.
Yeah, he was ridiculous odds.
What odds would you've got on Carl Froch beating Jermaine Taylor after 10 rounds?
Well, what would the odds been after Taylor put him down?
Yeah.
What
a last round that was.
Yeah. Well, he was still massively behind on the cards as well. The only way he could win was winning that way.
Yeah. But yeah, I can vouch for that, knowing Mason as I do, then knowing how happy he is.
I love these smart people. Need a rest after standing for 10 minutes. Do you know what pays for all the money they earn?
Anyway, Luke is not sitting down. He's back on the stage already. He just took a quick dart downstairs, maybe to just get some fresher air.
Yeah, just to have a little word with himself. And more often than not, you'll see that there is a practice facility out there. Well, there's 2, one for each of the players. No one else is allowed in there except the player. There's no coaching, no managers, nothing.
No squashies.
Some people could keep energy drinks down there, or a certain type of drink that they want. They can go and have a sip of that, or they can stay on stage. It's up to the individual, and every player is different.
Jermaine's just emerged back onto the stage as well, up the steps. Littler has thrown a good 12 or 15 practice darts whilst they're waiting. So yeah, it's not about a rest so much for the players, it's for the television companies so they can take commercial breaks.
It's the £125 million that Sky have given to the PDC. They've got to try and get their money back, and believe it or not, the commercial breaks is where they earn their revenue, same as in all commercial broadcasters.
We all surely know how much it costs, or how much it can cost, to put an advert on during the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Paul could probably tell you how much it costs, but it is the highest ad price for any US company.
Well, it's the most viewed program, isn't it? Globally.
If you want all eyes on your product, then things like the Super Bowl are where to go.
The score between Gezi and Dobey, 11-3 to Gerwyn Price with 108 average. And it was he was sensational.
And it was 11-5 for Andrew Gilding against Dirk van Duijvenbode.
We spoke to Andrew, well, you did, didn't you, Dan?
I did.
And we asked the question because there was some noise from Dirk van Duijvenbode that there was a draft on stage, and well, the big man said he couldn't feel a thing.
No.
The way he started, it wouldn't have mattered if he'd have been playing in a hurricane, because it was 313 darters on the spin, the opening 3 legs. He was incredible.
Aussie changed the world, said Alistair. Dear old Ozzy Osbourne.
Christoph, if they choose to, they can have anything that. Some of the players that are smokers, which is not very many anymore, is it?
No.
It's rare now to have a player that's a smoker. They'll nip out to an area where they're allowed to have a ciggy.
I've got that great shot in my mind as Jermaine starts leg 6 with a maximum.
You're going to say
Eric Listow lighting up Jockey
Wilson. Yeah.
And Sid said something like, great motor sportsmanship.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, he did. Lighting up a tap. That was, absolutely. That's what made Sid so special. It just his wit, but it was just incredibly quick.
Well, I wish I'd met the man, frankly. Never got the chance. There's a maximum from Luke Littler, who's 4-1 down, remember? The number 2 seed in this second round encounter. It's the first to 11 legs that goes through.
Well, we're into leg 6, and we're not even at 6 minutes yet.
Yeah. Down to treble 17 comes Littler to leave himself on a 130 checkout. So suddenly he's got the advantage against the darts in this leg. Wattimena does get a steady ton. He could be back for 108 if this doesn't go for the nuke. Treble 20 would leave the bull. There it is, bullseye. Oh. Just to the north of it.
Well, depending how high your volume is, I'm sure you could hear how close that was to the bull wire. Wattimena wants double 16. And 5 180s in the match so far. 3-2 to Wattimena, 9 double 8. On the wire again. It's just not happening for him, is it?
It's not, and that means that Wattimena's back in for 2 16s. Same place outside the wire as the last dart. Inside, next door, double 8, inside that as well. Both players getting nervous on the outer ring.
Well, you know, if you're playing a version of Luke Littler that is averaging 91 and you're not making hay, you will regret it.
Luke Littler does take out double 4 to get it back to 4-2 and break throw. So he's still 1 break down, but he's making inroads into that Wattimena lead.
He'll feel like he's in the game now, won't he?
I think Nicol is suggesting that it's 100 million quid to advertise on the telly during the old
I think it is for
Superb Owl.
Yeah. I can remember reading something like that. It's that sort of obscene amount of money.
If I thought I could get any album sales out of it, I might try that myself. It's a sobering thought. 140 for Littler, not quite a maximum in this 7th leg.
I think he thought it was.
Yeah, because what he does, when he's got the 2 darts in the treble 20, he gives an extra bit of violence to the 3rd dart.
Thinking of just slipping,
crashing it in. And he's looking for one now. Again, 140, same result. But he's down to a 2-dart finish of 64. Wattimena trying to get down from 173. Has 4 19s with another dart in hand. Where's he
wants
now?
another treble 19 to leave tops and gets it. I don't know how, because he was throwing that one from about 8 foot.
Double 8 Littler on the outside with both darts. Nods.
Well, he's 2 from 12 on the doubling.
And Wattimena takes out tops, Mace.
Yeah, breaks straight back. But yeah, again, Littler's had darts in the leg and not able to take it. 2 from 12, 17%. 5 from 11, Wattimena, 45%. Way more efficient. Still averaging just shy of a ton, Wattimena.
The way we were talking backstage and generally was that the pace of this game would suit Luke down to the ground, because Jermaine gets through his darts nice and quickly. It's not called the machine gun for nothing.
Yeah.
He's not as quick as rapid Ricky Evans, but he's up there.
Oh, he's a perfect pace for Littler, which is why we thought this was a match he would relish, and the fact that he's had so much success against Wattimena and dropped so few legs, which is another indicator that he's happy in this pace of match.
139 for Wattimena, looking to consolidate that break back. He's 5-2 up, remember. Not on a finish though. 162 is a bogey number. You can't take that out with 3.
Yeah, it's just a case of just the setup shot here.
65.
And he's left a 2-darter. He's left 97. Littler on 237. He just can't get that first dart right. Although he gets 2 at treble 19 right. 134 to leave 103. But will he get a go? Because the treble 19's in. So is tops. Well.
That was right in the bottom left-hand corner of tops. It was dangerously close to double 5, but they all count.
Well, Carl Whitehouse says here, Luke has to be careful that he's not going to end up too far away. And you're right. If this is anything,
maximum number 4 for Wattimena.
Well, you think it's got to be 6-4 at the break. If it's 7-3, then I've got to start fearing for the future of Luke Littler in this tournament.
6 maximums in this game. Could be a 7th. It is a 7th. And the 5th for Jermaine Wattimena. He's on a 9. He's on a 9-darter, folks. Let's see. Stand by. Treble 20. Yes. Treble 19. No. Just inside it in small 19. Still, we wait for a 9 this year.
Listen, it's just for Wattimena, it's just all about winning the leg. Dash says this could be a coupon buster. I can hear all the dockets scrumpling up now as we speak.
Double 16 hit, and the Dutchman makes it 7-2. If you're just tuning into our coverage on the YouTube channel, you heard me right. Jermaine Wattimena 7, Luke Littler 2.
Well, Jermaine went 17 in a leg that was 17 darts to win leg 1, where Luke had 5 darts at a double. He then went 12, 14, 14. A bit of a response with that top finish for a 12-darter in leg 5 for Littler. Then a 16. Since then, Wattimena's gone 13, 14 and 11 to pull 3 clear.
So we're into leg 10. So they'll take a break again off stage at the end of this leg. It's the Wattimena throw. So he has the chance to lead 8-2 and be just 3 away from a place in the quarterfinals.
A little bit of a lifeline, 60 from Wattimena. But Littler's got to punish. He's found a trouble, can't follow it. 140 down to 161. He's in the territory that these kind of numbers are going to need to start going, Dance.
Important treble 20 with that last start to get down to 120 for the leg. Littler can't take out 161. Sets it up for a 2-dart kill if Shanghai on the 20s doesn't go. Single 20 hit, treble, no, can't be hit, so he can't get at the double. So he's halfway to winning the leg. 62 for Littler, make that 52. Double 16. Big moment, big moment. Calm down, he says. I'm here. I'm not done yet. just motivating himself. Made it 7-3 there, Mace.
Yeah, that was a huge moment, and you very rarely see that kind of reaction from Roop Littler, but he's feeling the heat from Wattimena, and wow, wasn't it a surge from the Dutchman? A little spell where he was averaging way over 110, and Littler just couldn't get anywhere near him, but that 15-dart breaker throw, which makes it 7-3, could turn out to be huge. And we're just seeing a replay, and he's saying, I'm staying, calm down, I'm still here.
There was a message on the chat earlier suggesting, I think Littler's bored with darts, he needs something more challenging. No, with respect, what Luke is trying to do, first things first, he wants to tick off every major in the book. He doesn't have this, he doesn't have the Grand Prix, so he wants to click those two off. Players' Championship finals, he's not won that.
No, he literally does. You're right. I've spoken to him. He said it in many interviews. You know, people keep talking about him breaking records. Listen, no one's breaking Taylor's record. Nobody. If MVG has only won 3, that's how difficult it is. And there's been no more dominant a player than Phil Taylor, apart from MVG, and he managed to acquire 3 worlds and 3 world match plays. That shows you the difficulty and the longevity. And who's saying this game has continued, or the sport has continued to get better, improve and get deeper. The strength, the depth now is literally frightening, and it's like a conveyor belt of players waiting to get their opportunity. So that's why he understands that, and he just wants to win one of everything. I don't think he'll be in the game that long. I got absolutely slated for it until he said, well, no, neither do I.
You know, I mean, as I said to Jim White and Simon Jordan the day after he won the world title on talkSPORT, let's have a chat about him in 5 years, because I still think he'll be in the game within the next 5 years. It's what he's achieved by that point, and therefore what motivation he has.
Yeah, and where that motivation will come from once. Listen, it's like that great Marvin Hagler quote, and it is about getting up for those cold wintry runs at 6 a.m. when you're led in silk pajamas and in silk sheets.
Yeah.
You know, where is it going to come? He's also really interested in the influencer world and gaming and all that sort of thing. And people go, oh, why would he? People earn more money doing that stuff than they do doing most sports. So and he enjoys that. I mean, the kid's been playing darts since he was 3 years of age, and playing competitively since he was 9 years of age, winning senior titles at 13 years of age. He's been in 2 world finals. You know, what else is there left to do for him at that point where he goes, well, I've won everything once now, that's it, I've completed it. And that's the mindset and mentality of kids of today.
We've had a question that's come in about, I think, the maximum length of a dart that you can use on a stage. Is there a regulation about?
Yes, there is.
It's a bit further up from where Alistair's question there, a couple up from that.
Yeah, there is, and I can't remember what it is offhand because they keep changing things to inches to millimetres.
but there is a regulation.
There's I think 50 grams is the heaviest, and I think it's around 12 inches, or the equivalent is the maximum length of dart.
Thanks for all your questions and your comments that you're sending through on the YouTube page. We do appreciate it. With 15,000 of you there subscribing to our YouTube channel, for which we are so grateful. So the tail of the tape, 7-3.
I think Satana Gomez needs a little timeout on the naughty step, Harry. It's beginning to annoy me.
Yes.
Chris, do you agree that Gerwyn Price could be Littler's kryptonite rather than Humphries? I don't know. When they're all on it, there's very little to choose between them. They're all capable of. Well, look at what Wattimena's doing here.
Yeah.
And he was given absolutely no chance by 99.99999% of people I spoke to.
Matching each other with 140s at the start of this final session. It's 7-3 to Wattimena.
I know 12 inches of foot. I was talking about metric. The darts youngster. No kidding. Right then, Luke finds a treble 20 after a big 5. 125, takes him down to 107 on throw. 221 Wattimena, small 20, runs for cover. Oh, gets the treble 19. This could be pressure. 96 in the end.
So Lutler from 107 went for the 57. Treble 16 leaves tops. And a 107 checkout, very nicely done. Not much celebrating from that checkout, but Littler's back within 3 legs of his opponent, 7-4.
Well, it's a 12 darter on the back of the breaker throw on the break, and that will make him feel good. He has come out with a purpose. Trading tons at the start of leg 12.
Ian Danter and Chris Mason with you here on the YouTube page. Mark Wilson and Paul Nicholson will be back for the final match of the night, which is Michael van Gerwen against Josh Rock. The winner of that plays Gerwyn Price. The winner of this plays Andrew Gilding, who said to me he wasn't going to be watching this.
No, he's not a guy that actually watches darts. I think his comment was, after staring at the dartboard all day, I get sick of it and don't want to see any more of it. Understandable.
So leg 12, 201 Wattimena plays 210 Littler. It's on the Wattimena throw, still averaging over 100 in this match.
Over 103
against the Nuke, but here comes Luke with a 140.
Down to 70. Wattimena for 8-4, 104. He's hit the 21, treble 7, missed the 51 for 32. And then misses the ball, so 70 for 7-5 and another breaker throw.
Tops for Littler, pinned. Lovely 2-dart kill from the world champion.
Now he is motoring. His average now getting closer and closer to the 100 mark.
He did that little sort of shift of the shoulders there as he walked back to his mark. 7-5, that's one breaker throw back. He's still a breaker throw down as we go into leg 13. Now what's Jermaine made of? Because he's got to try and keep Luke Littler at arm's length somehow. Littler in his new dart shirt of that slightly darker blue than the purple that he was using before. No, he's back with the purple tonight, isn't he? Do forgive me.
Yes,
he was trialling that other dart shirt the other night.
Yeah, that was the new one.
Yes, one for the new season. 227 Littler, less these. So he's down to a finish on his throw against Wattimena on 263. Can he get down to a finish? Well, he had a lovely cover on treble 19, but then it's single 7, so he's not on a finish.
He's giving Littler 6 at this 127, so he can approach this slightly different. Single 20, misses treble 19, treble 16 leaves him tops, which he gets. Wattimena back on 179. Wattimena still leads 7 legs to 5 in a race to 11 for a place in this year's quarterfinals.
Tops for Littler, been good to him lately, wires it on the outside, and you heard it click the wire, but he pins the second dart in there. 7-6. Only one leg in it, but it's still the break that Littler needs. But Wattimena starts with a trebleless visit.
Our thoughts on Gerwyn Price's form and finding consistency and just being a bit more calmer. Yeah, I think you're right. It's all about every element, isn't it? Patience, timing.
Ooh, maximum from Jermaine.
It's been a while since he's had one. Leg 9 when he went back to back was the last time he had a 180.
He's still got 3 times as many as Luke has, 6-2.
Yeah, that's remarkable.
So 262 plays 261. Can't get a bus ticket between these two in leg 14, but Littler got a chance to get down to a finish before his opponent. And Will with a 180. Suddenly he pops in a max from nowhere. 81 left. Wattimena trying to keep his composure, trying not to betray too much emotion up there. He's down to a finish himself, but Littler to level it. Single 19.
Ball.
Goes 12 and misses the bullseye just south and west of it. Now it's 1-2-2. Oh,
so Littler will be back at 25.
It's 5 because he wants double 10, his favourite. Down in the bottom right-hand corner, there it is, and there's the roar. You can hear it from Littler, really geeing himself up. Suddenly it's all square.
We have ourselves a level game, 7-7, and we're in heaven. What a match this has been.
And Wattimena's not done a great deal wrong.
Well, his average is still over 100, 101.2, so it's marginally dipped. What has been trending is this guy Littler, whose average now is pretty much 100.
He's averaging 112 for this mini session since they came back, when it was what, 7-3?
96.
Yep, 7-3, yeah. Well, he's won 5 on the spin now. Yeah, so he was 7-2 down.
Yeah.
The doubling is improved, his scoring power is improved. Every element of his game. This third session, so from leg 11 through to leg 15, his average is 111.8.
And he's looking at 120 to go in front. Tops would do it. Tops does it. Luke Littler is in front, having trailed for so long in this match. Suddenly he hits the front at 8-7. Now what's Wattimena got in response? It's his throw, so there's no break involved at the moment.
No, this is well, that's it. We are back on throw somehow. Only 55. That was. There's going to be adrenaline coursing for Luke. Wouldn't surprise me if he had a leg off here, where he's just trying to calm things down.
As Jermaine hits a decent 140, back comes Luke, straight in the red bit. 1, 2, just north with the third.
Maybe not. Maybe he's not going to have a leg off. But it wouldn't surprise me, because this has been some surge to get back in this game.
Nice use of 25 from Wattimena to get down to 156. Littler may not get down to a finish himself here, and he doesn't.
Needed 2 trebles in that combination, only got the 156, a single 1, a treble 19, 98 remaining. Single 18 leaves 80. Nothing that Littler can do from 207 apart from pressure and fingers crossed.
2 darts above the wire, 3 darts above the treble 20 wire. Means he is on a finish, but way back. Another single 20 would leave tops for Wattimena to draw level. He does it. 8-all. Still game on here. Still game on. 8-8 in a race to 11. If they get to 9-all, then you have to be 2 legs clear to win.
15 dart hold of throw with that 80 checkout for Wattimena. Just steadies the ship and stops the rot. He was on a terrible run of losing legs. But it's 8-all. We're on throw. 93 from Littler takes him down to 311. 401 Wattimena, treble 20, single 19 on cover.
Littler's been on stage for almost twice as long as, well, no, not quite, 20 minutes. It was 15 minutes to see off Ryan Searle, 10-2. 20 minutes gone of gameplay, and we're locked at 8 legs apiece on the Darts YouTube channel.
Yeah, 16 and a bit legs played in 20 minutes. That's how good this has been.
Important 57 from Littler to get down to a finish of 170. What can Wattimena do from 242? Needs a treble 20, doesn't get it. Finish isn't there for him. Littler's got 6 darts. Can he reel in the big fish? He loves doing it. The fish is on. Fish on.
No chance. No, he said no chance. This is too important.
No, he's gone down to tops.
There's a time and a place for being a showman. A match like this isn't it. Very, very mature.
So tops it is, and tops he gets. Justifies not going for the big fish.
Well, no one in this
he
crowd.
had the hook, line and sinker.
No one in this crowd should be booing this. They are being treated to something very, very special. On cover, finds 2 treble 19s to keep up with the pace set with the 140 by Wattimena. 9-8 Littler leads in a race to 11, but remember, you've got to win by 2 clear. Only a ton from Wattimena. Is this an opening? Finds the treble, loads of room. Oh, can he? Of course he can.
In stereo. Not quite down to a finish though, Luke.
Well, a 97 from Wattimena, found treble 19 last start, takes him down to 164. Littler 187. Treble 20, needs another. Well, he's down to 87, which still can be a little tricky.
He went for 2 treble 19s to start Wattimena and could only find a single.
Yes, a clever play going that way. He's left 60. Well, he went for treble 19 for double 15, and he's just wired the ball to lead 10-8 and would have been throwing for the match. Tops for Wattimena for 9-9. Oh dear, oh dear.
No. Both darts over the top. Littler back in. 5 for his favourite double, double 10. Inside it, back to 5 for that double, and he's way over the top.
Well,
back to Wattimena on tops.
That was pressure.
Double 10. Oh, right in the middle of the bed. And a little bit of a celebration from Wattimena to his corner.
Yeah, he's dodged a bullet there.
So it's 9-all, Mace. 9-all in a race to 11.
But Littler wins that leg there. He's now throwing for the match, and he was aware of that. What did he have there? 4 darts for the... Well, 3 because he had to split it, but 1 dart at the ball, 2 darts at a double. But he's in the red bit again.
Punters thought it was a max, it wasn't.
Again, I thought it was. I was about to write it down.
Put your pen down.
Only 60, down to 381, 265 for Littler. Starting on the 19s and gets 7 of them to leave 132.
This could be Wattimena having a leg off. Getting prepared to try and hold his throw next up. The champagne shot, he went for bull, 25 hit, stays on the 19s and then the 16s.
Yeah.
Picks off 48 to leave himself on tops. Beautifully done.
Tops after 12. And Wattimena pretty much halves his score, but it's Littler on tops. Only needs the 1. 13 dart hold. Again, 1 leg away.
Wattimena throws at the start of leg 20. He's got to hold. Otherwise the game is over.
Is 96 enough? 2 treble 20s.
He's half a dart ahead.
I mean, he's hit 14 140s. 5 180s. 1 fewer than Wattimena, who's on 6.
There's a lot of 60s being hit now by Wattimena. Mind you, Littler can't find a treble in this visit until he picks off treble 17.
Clever use of cover there, going for the 51 instead of the 57, because had he not hit the treble, he would have been on 304, which would have meant a 140, he would have left 164. As it is, he's hit the treble, he's on 270, a ton leaves 170. Oh dear, oh dear.
Only 60 from Littler, whilst Wattimena hit 140 last time out, so should be down to a finish first. And will be, with a steady ton. 105 when he comes back. Got to get this leg to level.
Yeah, what can Littler do here to force him into having to get that 105? It's 96 to leave 114. 105 Wattimena. 57's found. 16 for double. Well, now another chance for Littler. He's already had 3 ton plus outs. Treble leaves double 19.
He's well inside by an inch. That was for the match. But now Wattimena's to level at 10-all. Double 16 is pinned. We are into sudden death. You have to be 2 legs clear. Kirk Bevis will explain.
The match must now be won by 2 clear legs. Should the match reach 13-13, the 27th leg will be a sudden death.
Thank you, Kirk. So Luke, as he has at the start of this game, have the honour in the odd-numbered leg. So into leg 21 we go. Who thought we'd be seeing this?
I'm glad we are.
I know. And Luke starts with a max. so you can win 12-10 or 13-11. But if it gets to 12-12, 13-13 rather, then we have to have one final leg.
Yeah. Oh, 60, then followed by a 1. Jermaine drops his dart, picks it up, slams it in the 60. Down to 3-4-4, 2-6-4. Littler, he's at the hockey. Treble 20 is found. It's 10-10. And he does it again. Another max in the leg.
Now he's ahead on 180, 7-6. And he trailed for so long in that metric. 84 for Littler to go 11-10 ahead. Double 12. Why is it on the outside? And again, but Wattimena's way back on 2-7-8. And he's not going to get down to a finish either. Steely-eyed determination of Luke Littler as he aims at 12s again. Inside it, one dart at double 6. He's missed it. If Wattimena had had his wits about him, he could be on a finish here.
Yeah, he's just feeling it here a little bit, isn't he? And a 1-3-7 puts pressure on the double 6 for Littler.
Outside by half an inch. Good marker though.
He will be relieved. That was only a 17 darter in the end. He could have left himself pretty vulnerable. But this, treble 20 with dart 3. I was just about to say this would be a disastrous start to a leg he has to win. Treble 5s followed by a treble 20 and another. Instant pressure in the leg. It's 11-10 to Littler. 3-6-6 Littler. A ton for Wattimena, takes him down to 3-1-6. Littler, wayward, small 5. Recovers well with the treble 20. Only 85 down to 281. He's just keeping his nose in front on Wattimena's throw.
Wattimena looking for a ton 40 here. Has to make do with a steady ton. Down to 2-1-6. He's got the darts. He's got to win this leg. Otherwise, Littler wins by 12 legs to 10. Steady ton for the nuke. Now Wattimena is going to be down to a finish with a lovely pick-off of treble 19.
Down to 120. 181 Littler minus these. Treble 20's found. Gets another. Could be treble 7. It was a go at treble 7. He's left himself 42. Oh, this is ridiculous.
He needs double top Wattimena to hold the throw. Oh, he's just underneath. And that could be it. Littler wants 42 for the match. 2 for tops. Underneath, double 10 for the match. Missed it. And Wattimena's back in at double 10.
Just didn't fancy for it. Fancy him for it.
And Wattimena gets double 10. It's 11 all.
Well, that's multiple match darts now for Littler. And he, well, credit to him, starts the 23rd leg with a max.
And credit to Wattimena for hanging on to his shirt tails. Remember, he was 4-1 up and 7-2 up.
Yeah. The 180s followed by a ton. Down to 2-2-1, 11 all. Got to win by 2 clear until we get to 13-13, which wouldn't surprise me what's been going on in this match. 3-5-6 Wattimena, 2-2-1, 2 treble 20s for Littler, and a third. Well, in the 21st leg, he hit 2 180s in the leg. He's done it again here. Well, Wattimena's getting involved.
1 for tops, indeed it is. Tops for Littler. Pins that for an 11 dart hold.
He'll be thinking to himself, why couldn't I do that in the last leg? That was an 11 darter at this stage in the match. He is showing, well, so much guts and bottle.
And now he's in for a max. No, they both hit 140s at the start of leg 24. Wattimena's throw has to hold. Littler leads 12-11.
Is that the mistake though, Dance?
Trebleless visit.
3-6-1 Littler minus these. Single 20. Single 20 low. Doesn't he just copies him. It's identical. A trebleless visit. 302 Wattimena starting on 18s, and rightly so. Gets the treble with his last dart. Down to 206, 304 Littler.
This is nip and tuck. So nip and tuck. 95 Littler, so Wattimena just keeping his nose in front of his leg, and he's down to a finish with a steady turn. 106 when he comes back.
Yeah, and Littler on 209. Oh, gets trouble 19 on cover, needs another, gets another. He's on the easier finish of the two.
46 left, Wattimena. 10 for double 18. Why is it on the outside? So close. And now Littler can win it on 75, Mace.
Trouble 17, doesn't get it, single 18, gets it, tops. And again, in 3 consecutive legs, he cannot serve out the match.
Double 9, Wattimena.
On the wire. Oh, now he's got another go.
Littler now leads tops for the match, and he's got 3 darts in hand. He's missed 4 darts to take his place in the last 8. 1 dart over the top. Underneath, double 10, his favourite. Pins it to win it. Luke Littler, the world champion, has shown real spirit to come back. And Jermaine Wattimena is doubled over on the stage in disbelief that that got away from him. He was 4-1 up, 7-2 up, but Luke Littler found reserves of guts and strength that you would expect from a world champion, and eventually wins it, Chris Mason, 13 legs to 11 in a thriller.
Yeah, he had to draw on literally every last ounce of talent. Oh my goodness, 3 ton plus finishes for Littler, 9 180s, a high finish of 120. It wasn't a ton plus out in the match for Wattimena, remarkably. It was just an incredible match. And listen, Jermaine Wattimena made an incredible match by playing so well early on and putting Luke Littler under so much pressure. In the early stage of that match, he was rattled. He was in absolute ribbons up there. But as you say, Dance, world champions find a way. Great players do great things, and my goodness, that was remarkable from start to finish. One of my favourite ever matches here at the match play.
And it takes Luke Littler through to face Andrew Gilding in the quarter-finals. Jermaine Wattimena's run ends. That's another Dutchman that's gone at this tournament after Noppert and Nijman last night. Will another Dutchman go next, because Michael van Gerwen is taking on the Northern Ireland World Cup winner Josh Rock in our final match of the night. Me and Mace are going backstage for a lie down. Mark Wilson and Paul Nicholson will guide you through MVG against Rock in our next stream on the Darts YouTube page.